Good evening, everybody. Oh, the live thing is wanting me to do some stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on just a second. Okay. Oh my goodness. Are we done? Okay. Apparently, there's a lot of new stuff to the live features, and now was the time Instagram wanted to tell me about him right in the beginning of my video instead of, I don't know, some other random stinking time. I don't know. Alright, good evening. So this week, first I just want to say, hope everyone had a great spring break, stayed safe. I essentially just worked, took kind of, I worked at my other job or my day job until, as I'm growing and gaining more clients. But as for now, I still have a day job or night job, I guess, technically. But anyway, I worked still, so I didn't really have a spring break other than I took, obviously, kind of some time off for fitness training and everything like that. I did not take off time from exercising. However, I did take off time from, watching my, nutrition. I did try to eat really well, but I also, splurged here and there too because, it's life. We gotta also take care of this muscle that's, up here, as well as, all the other muscles. I don't know. I don't think there's any updates that I have for this next week. I'm going to try to be more vigilant with the cardio, especially with warmer air season coming in, especially with the spring. Right now, this entire week, is just going to be rainy, so that's going to really put a damper on, biking and everything like that. Trying to get back into archery. I started it for like a couple weeks, and then of course the weather kind of went for crap, and it's just hard to get to the shooting range or the archery range to get things going, because we're just it's one of those times. But hey, we're all on the up and up. And we're here for a Monday night meditation to kind of relax the mind from today's busy day. If hopefully your day is winding down just like mine is. And in order to do that, we're going to switch it off to an actual meditation. No intentions this week other than, I guess, getting back into the habit. Of course, if you did go do anything for spring break, you probably, your routine is completely changed up or, messed up. Not really messed up, but your routine is probably a little, shaken because you were traveling, or maybe you just decided to take the week off like I did. So let's focus on getting back into... this is probably like the third or fourth time, but that's how fitness journeys work. I just literally saw this tonight. It's not a race, it's a journey. You need to make sure that you are taking the required, stops to reassess yourself. And those moments come in moments like these with a spring break or a vacation or something like that. But, as tempting as it is to always stay in vacation mode, we need to make sure that we get back into the routine or the day-to-day activities. So let's have that as our intention for this meditation. So I am going to set the 5 minutes, and as always, let's start on a nice deep breath in, really filling those lungs. And let it out. take a few moments here to really focus on those deep breaths in and letting them out. Really squeezing the navel towards the spine, forcing the air out, contracting the diaphragm to push the air out of your lungs, and relaxing it to fill them back up with all that good air. And if you're like me, you're having some allergy issues. Apparently, from what I've been hearing from everybody, is that cedar pollen is very high in my area right now. So it's causing a lot of stuffy nose, runny noses, hacking up coughs, and all that lovely stuff. You know, the beautiful parts about the human body. Just because the air might be full of allergens and pollen and all that kind of stuff doesn't mean it's still not there to help you live, to take a moment to stop, focus on yourself, focus on what you need in this moment, and relax the mind. Just kind of let it quiet down, and slowly just kind of get yourself in a peaceful state of mind. Maybe it's a location, maybe you think about another person, or whatever it may be that really brings peace to your mind, quiets the mind, and lets you be in the present. Now let's think about that intention that we've set. So our intention is to jump back into the habit, getting into your daily routine. Or maybe spring break was a moment for you to, consider or attempt a new routine, a new set for yourself. Maybe you finally decided this is the time to start my fitness journey, but I don't know how. Well, it starts with the small things, just something small as even just meditating once a day. My recommendations is always if you're starting a new habit, try and do it in the mornings, because we all wake up, and if you give yourself something such as doing it right after waking up, that waking up is a trigger, and eventually it becomes habit. You do have to force yourself, but after about a couple weeks, you don't even really think about it. As soon as you get up, you start doing whatever that thing is. And take it in steps. My advice is always to start with something small. Like I said, something like as meditating, and then maybe afterwards brushing your teeth, then after that stretching, and maybe after that taking a shower, and then maybe after that getting a cup of coffee or tea, getting yourself ready for the day. Maybe instead of maybe between the shower you do fit in a small workout after you stretch. Oh my gosh, it's been 5 minutes already? Oh wow. Well, so that was the meditation. But yeah, I guess maybe I've set up a new topic for this one that I didn't realize, but trying to layer habits. So maybe I'll take a couple minutes to really kind of talk about that because it is something that I think is pretty important. But layering habits is extremely important because if you try and do a lot all at once, it's going to be hard for you to stick with that. So if you're trying to implement fitness or new health or something of that sort, oh, I thank you. I love the hearts. Thank you so much. I guess I'm doing a really terrible heart. I have somebody that I don't know. Anyway, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. But back to what I was saying. So if you were trying to implement something like fitness or eating healthier or something like that, if you jump into it all at once, it's not likely going to be something that you can like you can hold for a long time. You may be able to do it for a couple days, a week or two at the most, but if it's too much stuff at once, it's going to become a little overwhelming. So that's why I always will tell somebody to layer a habit. So again, start with something small. The reason I, again, mentioned during the meditation, but the reason I always say after it's something you wake up is because we all eventually have to wake up. And so that waking up becomes a trigger. But you can do it in other things too. It could be a habit that you form after you come home. So if it's something that you want to do, like, making sure you are eating healthier, well, if you come home and take out the food that that you want to eat for that night or for that day or something like that, or for the next day, and getting it ready, it's finding something that you do already on a daily basis to turn that into a constructive trigger for you to, implement the new life or the new habit that you want to form. And so that becomes a daily habit in itself after, some time. That becomes a daily habit that then you can add a new habit that you want to put on. So maybe you want to do a little bit more meal prepping, or maybe after like I said, with taking a stretching when you wake up in the mornings. After stretching, maybe you want to then finally start working out, but maybe don't do a full routine at once. Maybe it's just a couple of push-ups, or just a slight jog or walk around the block or something like that. It doesn't have to be super intensive. It doesn't have to be something that you need to be doing all at once. Because when it comes to health and fitness, it's all about lifestyle changes. It's not something that you can just pick up and then drop and then say, okay, I've gotten where I wanted to be. I mean, and some people could probably do that. I'm not saying my method is going to be right for every single person, but it's still something that I believe is going to help with most people because again, it's all about longevity when it comes to your health. It's not something that is a quick fix. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that you found this awesome and hopefully informative. So I think I've already kind of talked a lot before the meditation, and now I talked a lot after the meditation, so I'm going to try and do it around this time now on Mondays in the evening. I feel like this is a better time to do it, especially for my schedule. And I'll try and update my description on my stuff for these, so then people aren't expecting 9 a.m. on Monday mornings. You all have a great evening. Have a great rest of the week, and if you have any other questions, please reach out to me. I would love to try to answer any and all of them. And yeah, have a great night.